Mr Speaker.
Question number 9.
Tēnā koe,
Catherine
Mr
Delahunty.
Speaker.
Tēnā koe.
Nā mihi ki te whare. To the Minister of Education, when the Prime Minister said that the government, quote, wouldn't really be progressing the issue unless they could get the other stakeholders on board, unquote, following a briefing by her on school funding, does she think that the education sector is now on board?
The Honourable Heke Parata.
Tēnā no koe, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, the education sector and I agree that with this government spending over $11 billion in education for the first time ever, we need a system that delivers the right amount of funding to the right child at the right time to ensure they achieve educational success. Mr Speaker, at the end of August, we will complete the 3-month funding advisory group process that we're in, after which I must go back to Cabinet. I continue to look forward to their advice.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
When the Minister said last week, quote, I hold principals in high regard, I trust them to use their professional judgment about what is necessary, unquote, does that include their judgment to reject her proposed global funding?
The Honourable Heke Parata.
Mr Speaker, I look forward to hearing from all parts of the education sector.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Given that the Secondary Principals Association and Principals Federation have joined the Association of Intermediate and Middle Schooling, the Post-Primary Teachers Association, the New Zealand Educational Institute and the Education Council in opposing global funding model, will she now remove it from her proposed funding options?
The Honourable Heke Parata.
Mr Speaker, I'll refer the member to my primary answer, which is that we are in the funding advisory group process. I expect to hear from them by the end of August or early September, after which I will take that advice back to Cabinet. I do not intend to preempt that process.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Was NZ Principals Federation President Ian Taylor wrong when he said that global funding removed guarantees around the minimum number of teachers each school would have?
The Honourable Heke Parata.
Mr Speaker, I'm not privy to the particular press release that the member is clearly referring to. Again, I am going to maintain the integrity of the consultation process through the funding advisory group, of which Mr Taylor is a member.
Mr Speaker, supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Which members of her advisory group have publicly supported global funding?
The Honourable Heke Parata.
Mr Speaker, there is a funding advisory group process which has been meeting for the last 3 months. I am going to pay the respect to that process it deserves, and it is in that context that I will take advice.
Question number 10. The Right Honourable